It's been a long time since I felt what I'm feeling right now. And the embrace of this is something I thought would not happen in this lifetime. I have been given nothing more to prepare me for what this is. I give you Thoth. You didn't need to do what you did. This is how I invite you to begin. As you gaze back in your life, your karmas may not be clear to you. It is impossible to understand the course you have taken without seeing from a perspective beyond this lifetime. It is time for you to accept your spiritual destiny. This is, ironically, a choice. The destiny itself is fixed. It's unavoidable. Yet the timing has some degree of latitude. You can shift it by resisting or saying yes. You have already earned a deep inheritance. This inheritance has been waiting for you, and it was given to you by you. There is a truth to the experiences you have had. You have created space, consciousness itself, the presence of who you have been, and the beauty of the world that you do not remember is yours to keep. Just like a fruit protected by a husk, just like a home that is incomplete, just like a friendship that you have forgotten, just like a presence that has never left you. You are more than you have remembered. To be this is to know that there is a truth. The truth of the experience you have had on the earth within history. It is true. You cannot change it simply by wanting it to be different in this moment. The temptation to embrace philosophies or ideologies that give you a different relationship to your past is that it seems to offer you more power now to be able to reshape everything that came before this lifetime. This power is misplaced. The appropriate place of this power is to align yourself with a possible future and invite the strengths and the beauty that you have created in the past to come with you now. As you embrace this attitude, you shape a consciousness in this lifetime that is wisely using your true power. Your true power allows you to align with the path you will take. And as you align, you will discover an extraordinary blessing. The presence of the past has seen the future before you consciously embraced it. Your spiritual inheritance is aware. Your spirit itself, that part of you which remains conscious between lifetimes, is aware of the choices that are available to you. And these choices are a direct extension of the true experience you have had. The lifetimes you have lived were designed to shape this experience, and they were designed by you. They were not designed by you alone. You have a team. Again, you cannot change the truth of this simply by embracing a philosophy or an ideology that seems to offer you power over the experiences beyond this lifetime. The truth of the team that has watched over you is beyond your control. Although you do have some capacity to reject them, the true leverage that is necessary to break the bonds you share exists beyond this lifetime alone. For many, exposure to this is devastating. It is the end. It is the end of everything you have known and everything you have believed that was born with you in this lifetime. It is a death. It is a death of your ability to believe that you are the name, the person, and the experience you've had since your birth alone. You have had a degree of capacity to consider, to pretend, to imagine, to theorize. As you have reached beyond the boundaries of this life, you have been able to stay within the boundaries of this life. And at this threshold, you may no longer stay within these boundaries. It is essential that you become familiar with the different parts of yourself that vie for control. There is undoubtedly a part of you that would prefer to stay where you have been. It is safer. It has the company of many people who you know and have known for a long time. It protects you from a wide range of awareness, which is threatening by its very nature. The true depths of your awareness cut beneath the surface of what you have believed to be a foundation. They bring you beyond the limits you have known in a way that makes it impossible to return to what you have known as a home. It will no longer be your home in the way it used to be. You must allow this process to happen. It tears apart your roots. Your roots reach through what you have known as the floor, the foundation of your experience. And it is appropriate to consider this metaphor as you learn to understand yourself. To identify with the roots reaching into the earth is to know the true presence of your power and the other parts of you, those parts of you that have been reaching beyond your limitations, that have been imagining into new possibilities, that have been feeling the feelings of the kind of person who you are becoming, want these walls to fall. You may keep this foundation only if you learn to identify with the roots beneath it and you allow the walls to fall apart. This is the death of your ego. It is the death of who you have known yourself to be, and it is the death of the world as you have known the world to be. You will no longer be fed by the same focus in your attention. You will no longer be driven by the same fears or the same frustrations. And the gift of this transformation is that you are left alone to realize that you are part of something that will never leave you alone. As you embrace this awareness, you realize that you had to allow your former self to be destroyed in order to become the person who can embody with much greater breadth, with much greater focus, with much greater awareness, with dreams that extend beyond every capacity you thought was normal, with the presence of these dreams existing, vibrating within your body and driving your mind. You shift yourself from a life that was driven by caution, fear, and constraint. And you allow yourself to be driven by forces that are ultimately beyond you. It seems far less powerful. You do not have the power to choose how you are pushed and moved and invigorated. And yet, it is in the acceptance of this, the embrace of this, the breath of life moves into you. And you surrender to the recognition that you will not be able to survive unless you are fed by this breath. The flow of the blood of this spirit is of the earth herself. She gives you a connection that will last for a very long time. It lasts beyond this life. And you cannot see it, you cannot know it, and you cannot continue to feel it unless you accept it in this way. You must know yourself beyond the limitations in a manner that makes the limitations fall. And as they fall, you must continue to trust, reaching, yearning, breathing, striving, and knowing yourself as something that feels oddly familiar. The familiarity of this comes from a very simple place. When you began your journey here, you knew this is where you were going. You started this journey before your many lifetimes with an awareness of the intention. It was this intention, this embrace of a full life on earth, that you were willing to sacrifice and struggle and suffer through life as it has been in history. And thus, in the embrace of this familiar dream, you allow yourself to realize the fulfillment of the incredible journey you have traveled thus far. And in this you receive your inheritance. The best of every lifetime you have lived is a part of who you are. And the worst of every lifetime you have lived is returned to create new soil. The best of every lifetime you have lived is available to be recreated in a form that transcends the best expression that it ever gave you in this world. You will be liberated only when you accept the incredible breadth of this inheritance. I invite you to do so now.